Hello dear friends, Namaskara and hearty welcome. Krittika Nakshatra is the topic for discussion today. This name is derived from Krittika, which is always plural, Kritikas. This Krittika Nakshatra is the third of the 27 nakshatras and finds its place in two signs, that is Aries and Taurus. The first quarter of this nakshatra falls as the ninth pada in Aries, and the remaining three padas gets placed from 0 to 10 degrees in the sign of Taurus. There are 6 bright stars in the constellation of Krittika. Taittareya Brahmana recognizes 7 stars and are referred as 7 sisters. Later in the Puranic age, these are known as the 7 consorts of Saptarshis. Greek mythology also recognizes 7 stars as children of Atlas and Pleione. Modern astronomy recognizes this as a open cluster with 6 to 7 bright stars. The brightest star in this constellation is Alcyone or Eta Tauri, which is 10 times bigger than our sun and more than 2000 times brighter than sun. While Agni is the deity for this nakshatra, the role of Kritikas and that of Kartikeya assumes lot of significance. Now let us understand the mythological story regarding the birth of Lord Kartikeya. In our Puranas, there are various versions regarding the birth of Lord Kartikeya. The most prominent one is found in Shiva Purana. This goes like this. There is one demon by name Tarakasura. He propitiates Lord Brahma and gets 2 boons from him. The first one is, no one shall be equal to him in strength, power in all the 3 worlds. And the second one is, he can only be killed by a son of Lord Shiva. Since Lord Shiva is a yogi, he has no chance of bearing children. Tarakasura, after obtaining these boons, rides Indraloka, dethrones Indra, and occupies that Swarga. Lord Indra summons Manmadha or Kamadeva and asks him to disrupt the yoga of or jhana of Lord Shiva and to beguile him into loving Parvati. When Shiva is in jhana, Parvati used to serve him and Shiva never has seen her face or recognized her. As summoned by Indra, Manmadha or Kamadeva shoots his arrows of love on Lord Shiva to disrupt his jhana or tapas. Lord Shiva gets disrupted, he gets angry, opens his third eye and burns this Kamadeva. And later he looks at Parvati and immediately he ejaculates. This ejaculated semen is carried by sun and dropped in the celestial river Ganges or Ganga. Ganga also could not withstand the radiance, brilliance and heat of this cosmic and majestic semen and she ejects it. This falls on the forest of reeds on the banks of the celestial river. Then Kritikas rear this semen and he becomes a boy. Thus he gets the name of Kartikeya since he is revered by Kritikas. Since he is born in the forest of reeds, he is also known as Saravana Bhava. This boy also has 6 faces, having been reared by 6 Kritika stars, and thus he is also known as Shanmukha. He rides peacock and therefore he is known as Sikhivahana. And the broad spear he carries is his weapon and thus he is called Velayudhan. He also has one more weapon called Shakti. That's why he is also known as Shakti Hasta. And he is the most purest being from the semen of Lord Shiva. Thus he is also known as Lord Subramanya. Subramanya means the purest. This is all about the mythology of the birth of Kartikeya. Now this Krittika Mandala can be seen easily with naked eye during the months of January and February between 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. overhead, if the skies are clear and bright. Now let us also understand the various categories or groupings in which this Krittika Nakshatra is classified into? Please look at the table. Zodiac, 26 degrees 40 minutes and 1 second in Aries to 10 degrees in Taurus sign. Varna is Kshatriya, vision intact, appearance cutter or barber's razor. Vashya Kuta is Chatushpada, posture is headbent, deity is Agni, yoni is sheep, null month is Kartika, number of taras 6, Gana is Rakshasa, Gotra is Angirasa, latitude 04N03 degrees, Nadi Anchanadi, Vishagat is 12 hours to 13 hours and 36 minutes, declination 03 degrees north 49 minutes, alphabet A, E, U, I. Amrita Gati lasts from 5 hours to 5 hours 24 minutes. Element is Prithvi. Kula classification is Akula. Caste is Brahmana. The tree, plant or fruit is gular or cluster fig. Now let us understand the predictive attributes of this nakshatra. Since Krittika Nakshatra is a cutter or a barber's blade, a connection gets established with surgery, medicines and treatment. Since a cutter also refers to criticism, critical examination, fault finding and auditing, the behaviors of straightforwardness and transient but short temper are also noticed. Agni is the deity of this nakshatra. Agni burns anything and everything. So impartiality, relation to fire, pottery, chemicals, acids and purification jobs, all fire related activities come under this nakshatra. Determination, arrogance, lack of team play and being unfit for partnerships, acidity are some of the characteristics of Krittika Nakshatra. Being friend to only friends and inability to forgive, baldness, self-achieved success, wealth, recognition, fame and wisdom are also the traits of Krittika Nakshatra. Since Agni carries the offerings in the yajnas to the related deities, the hard work, discipline and honesty also comes into picture. Since Lord Kartikeya is the chief of the celestial army, connection to or employment in armed forces gets established. Now, let us look at the results of birth in various padas of this Krittika Nakshatra. Please look at the table. Results of birth in different quadrants of Krittika Nakshatra. First quadrant, tall, oval face, short ears, wishes to be celebrated, high morals, generous nature, courage, adventure, health consciousness and bodybuilding, willpower, high self-confidence, sharp but transient temper are noticed in the natives of Krittika Nakshatra. These natives will have a noble spouse, less number of progeny. Birth in second quadrant. Medium-sized body, inferior complexion, squint in the eyes, innocence during childhood, less spiritual, more materialistic in outlook, and fondness to luxuries. The native will be generous, handsome, blessed with progeny, a quarrelsome spouse, and he should avoid receiving charity. Birth in the third quadrant. Lethargy or laziness, headbent posture, garrulous or talkative nature, hairy legs, sharp nose, futuristic outlook, humanitarian tendencies, eagerness to know new things, scarcity of money during youth and old age, lack of faith in God during middle age, straightforward spouse, possibility of second marriage, and inimical progeny. Now, birth in the fourth quadrant. Heavy but sensitive body, strong physique, symmetrical nose, creative mind, preaching tendency, arrogance and high-handedness, skills in teaching and debating, business orientation, hurdles in repaying debts, and a spendthrift son are some other traits of this nakshatra. Now, let us look at the results various planets give in the different padas of this nakshatra. Please look at the table. First quadrant. If Sun is in this segment and conjoined with benefics, the native will have many children and becomes poor. Will suffer defective eyes, fire accidents, employment in military or police is indicated. Moon gives here mantra shakti and troubles through females. And if the native is female, she will get troubles through males. Third, with Mars here, the native becomes a renowned lawyer or a military officer. He will be unscrupulous. Trading in steel will prove very lucky. Fourth, Mercury here gives lean body, good benefits from government. He will be loved and respected. Medium span of life. Will be involved in fine arts. Jupiter. Jupiter makes him learned and respected, interested in history, literature, wine and women. Venus gives him smooth and soft body. There will be marital disharmony and some sort of inheritance is also indicated. Saturn. Saturn gives problematic childhood, long life and hatred towards father. Native will be short-tempered, jealous and also will have defective teeth. Rahu. Rahu gives native good wealth, intelligence, strong physics and good employment. This native will love father. Ketu gives problems in employment, cardiac issues, failures and medium lives. Now let us look at the results these planets give in the second pada. Please look at the table. Second pada. Sun here gives long life, wealth after middle age and happiness from children. He may suffer health problems in neck like thyroid, etc. With Moon here, native will have a charming personality, enjoys power and associates with learned persons. He will suffer bilious complaints, may lose mother early if Saturn is aspecting this Moon. Mars. Mars may give injuries in the forehead. The native will be very sociable but also can be very vindictive. Mercury here gives stout body, wealth, blesses him with long life. He will be cheerful and a jovial character. He will have a lot of love affairs. Jupiter makes him tall, famous through religious institutions and high attachment with mother. Venus gives him sea-related employment. Saturn gives unhappy married life and association with older partners. Rahu causes loss of wealth and loss of children and the native becomes spiritual. Ketu makes him live far away from family and also loss of wealth. Now third quadrant. Please look at the table. Third quadrant. With Sun in this third quadrant, native suffers penury and also gets low-grade employment. With Moon here, the native can be tall, clever but will be poor. Rahu and Mars or Rahu or Mars aspecting this Moon may cause loss of spouse for female natives. Mars gives native maximum benefit from government, will have smooth professional life, he will become learned in religious scriptures. Mercury in this quadrant gives beautiful appearance, practical approach and power also. Jupiter in this quadrant makes him earn love and affection but not money. Government service or consultancy is indicated. Venus gives employment in fine arts or teaching or cosmetics, etc. Native will also be generous. Saturn in this quadrant makes him gain through agriculture. In case of females, aspect of Sun in this Saturn may deny marital comfort. With Rahu here, the native may suffer speech-related issues and he will suffer poverty and also bad employment. Ketu causes losses in speculation and dealings with low-class people. Now let us look at the results in the fourth quadrant. Please look at the table. Results of fourth quadrant. Native's health can suffer and will also have low level of employment. He will be a learned person and will have knowledge in scriptures. With Moon, he will have soft body and he will enjoy life. Beautiful children and success after marriage are indicated. He may suffer water-related diseases. Mercury gives him high position, medium lifespan and health issues. Attachment with children also will be there. Jupiter makes him fair and he gets help from spouse. some inheritance is indicated. Venus makes him wealthy through fine arts and he gets unexpected inheritance. Saturn, if aspected by moon, can give power, wealth, and success. Here, Rahu makes the native neglect family and causes loss of wealth also. Ketu gives obstacles in profession and marriage. These are the results various planets can give in the different quadrants of the Krittika Nakshatra. Now let us look what are the auspicious activities that can be undertaken in this nakshatra. All fire-related ceremonies and all fire-related activities are best undertaken during this nakshatra. Manufacture of fireworks, conception, mantra sadhana, preparation of medicines are good. Now let us understand what are the remedial measures for improving the beneficence or quality of this nakshatra. When moon is traversing over this Krittika Nakshatra, chanting this mantra makes the nakshatra very strong. Let me read out that sloka or hymn. Agnimile purohitam yajnasya devam rutvijam hotaram ratnadhatamam. This is the first hymn of Rigveda which deals mostly with fire and fire-related things. Gayatri mantra japa, Durga Path during Navaratras, and paying obeisance to sun god Kartikeya and Lord Shiva will always prove beneficial. Donation to yajnas and for electricity or fire arrangements at temples, etc., will also mitigate the bad effects of this nakshatra. I hope you have liked this video, and in case you have liked the video, I request you to kindly press the bell button and subscribe to my channel. We'll meet again in 2 days. Have a great day. Thank you for watching.